Good evening and welcome to a special report. Tonight, we delve into the shadows of Montreal, a city known for its vibrant culture and historic charm. But beneath this picturesque surface lies a story of power, crime, and survival, the story of the West End Gang. For decades, this name has been whispered in the city's alleys and headlines, synonymous with some of Canada's most audacious criminal enterprises. Our story begins in the post-war era, in the working-class Irish neighborhoods of Point St. Charles and Griffintown. This wasn't a world of glamour. It was a tough, gritty environment where survival often meant bending the rules. It was here that a loose-knit group of young, ambitious men started to make a name for themselves. They weren't a formal organization at first, just friends and family sticking together. But their ambition was boundless. The 1960s saw their rise. They began with small-time heists, but soon graduated to more daring ventures. Their specialty, the Port of Montreal. It was the gateway to the continent, and for the West End Gang, it was a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. They became masters of the docks, orchestrating the theft of entire truckloads of valuable goods, from whiskey to electronics. Their knowledge of the port's inner workings was legendary, giving them an almost ghost-like ability to make cargo disappear without a trace. But it was one man who would truly define the gang's legacy: Frank Dooney Ryan. Charismatic, intelligent, and utterly ruthless, Ryan transformed the group from a band of thieves into a sophisticated criminal empire. Under his leadership in the 70s and 80s, the West End Gang plunged headfirst into the narcotics trade. Forging connections with cartels and distributing massive quantities of drugs across North America, they became unimaginably wealthy and powerful, their influence stretching far beyond the streets of Montreal. Dooney Ryan's reign, however, was as violent as it was profitable. His ambition created enemies, and in 1984, the inevitable happened. Ryan was assassinated, a move orchestrated by his own associates. This act of betrayal plunged the Montreal underworld into chaos. A brutal power struggle erupted, leading to a series of revenge killings that painted the city's streets red. Emerging from this bloody conflict was Alan the Weasel Ross, a former associate of Ryan. Ross was a different kind of leader, more reclusive, more paranoid, but just as effective. He re-established the gang's dominance, focusing on the lucrative drug trade and maintaining a low profile. But the law was closing in. Years of meticulous police work, violencia and the testimony of informants finally caught up with him. In the early 90s, Ross was arrested, extradited to the U.S., and sentenced to life in prison, marking a major turning point for the gang. In the years since, the West End Gang has become a shadow of its former self. Law enforcement crackdowns, internal conflicts, and the rise of other criminal organizations have chipped away at their power. Many of its key figures are either dead, in prison, or have simply faded away. The old neighborhoods that birthed the gang have changed, gentrified, with the gritty realities of stocky lows, the past being replaced by condos and cafes. Yet, the legend persists. The story of the West End Gang is a chilling reminder of how a few ambitious individuals from a forgotten corner of a city can build an empire that rivals legitimate corporations in its scope and influence. It's a tale of loyalty and betrayal, of immense wealth and unspeakable violence, woven into the very fabric of Montreal's modern history. The era of their dominance may be over, but the ghosts of the West End Gang still haunt the city's waterfront. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look. For more stories from the hidden corners of history, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Stay safe and stay informed.